What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Tottenham Wolves fight. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Let's go. Hey, Matthew. Amarim sacked. Bought two rumor beers, man. Madrid lost. Yeah, I know. I saw. What's up, Sanchit? What's up? Good evening. Probably shouldn't have done this watch along, but I'm here. Not. We have kickoff, guys. Hello, Manoj. Will we ever be back? I don't know, Siddhant. Imagine getting owned by a second class team in your own city. Couldn't be us. Hello, Adil. I'm still not sure what I'm supposed to do about tomorrow's video. Just honestly, I can't. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Hello, Nitesh. Palace played well. Congratulations, Nitesh, by the way. Esteve, 2 own goals. That's crazy. Haaland, 2 goals in extra time. We smashed Prime Inter 3-0 last April. Rant, bro, rant. What is the point? Did you see Smack? I did not, Manoj. I did not. I did not see it. Really sad. Neither was a good day today. United, Chelsea, Pool, Madrid, and all lost in City won. Just do an Amram video. I think it's high time. How's your day going? My day is going all right. Yeah. My day is going all right. I'd be worried about you if I were you, my friend, because bunch of teams drop points today. I'd be very worried if I were you, because you have the benefit of playing last. But apart from that, can't really complain, sadly. Would like to, but Haaland gave me 26 points and Alderete gave me 14. They combined gave me 40 points, but that fake lead of yours gave me -1. I've not taken Bruno Fernandes one game week this time, Nitesh, simply because he plays deeper. I don't know why you have stuck with Bruno. Amarim in, guys, come on. It was going all right till 5 p.m. Good point. It was going all right till 5 p.m. It's true. The Spurs lineup. By the way, Wolves has a Valorant team too. But have they also not got any wins? It's tough, no doubt, but the night is darkest before the dawn. Behave yourself, man. Stuck with him because of penalties. All he does is penalty. That too he missed today. I mean, I wouldn't still have picked him for FPL. Didn't create a single clear cut chance against Brentford. We did not. We did not. Did not. If Amarim picks Dallo, Luke, Bruno, Harry, Bayindir against Sunderland, how will you react? The problem is some of those has no alternative, Sanchit. That's the real problem. If he doesn't pick Shaw and Harry, that means he has to pick Heaven, Fredrickson, and Yoro. He has to pick two out of those three. He's not going to do that, and most coaches wouldn't. So to answer your Luke and Harry problem, that is the answer. Bruno, I am more than willing for him to bench him, Sanchit. I've been more than willing. That's why the Grimsby Town thing proved my theory. If we play well without Bruno, I'll say we played well without Bruno. I have no problem saying that. I have no issues. Bench Bruno, I have no problem. Who's he going to bench him for though? Menu's last choice right now. If he benches him for Casemiro Ugarte, it's acceptable. Otherwise, I mean, Ugarte, he was all right. But again, no one wants to pass the ball to him at all because they think he's a liability. In a set piece and corner specialist team, he was needlessly fouling people with their back facing our goal. So the opposition's back was facing our goal and he was fouling them to give them chances to give for throw-ins and stuff. Dallo has no alternative, as you know. Mazraoui got injured again. Don't know if Ahmad will come back by next week. As I told you in a review, he's going to pick Dallo because Dallo stays fit. He's the best option between the three unless Mazraoui is fit. That too, Mazraoui had a one bad game, one good game, so even he's hit and miss. But yeah, like Nana Patekar from movie Krantiveer, one loss of the season. I mean, that's plenty. It's not a big deal. Roshan Singh talk. Yeah, no, I was just, as you can see, I was doing something, I just put it up, but yeah. Whenever Amram picks his classic 3-4-2-1 formation, I'm always reminded of you ranting about his tactics. Sure, tactics. What else can I say? Saying anything else will involve, as people like to call it, Kalesh, not interested in common sense discussions. So, not really interested in Kalesh either, to be absolutely frank with you. So, can people can enjoy doing their own Kalesh on their own time. I'll just be here in the corner minding my own business. Uh, that's all really I have to say about that. Sinisters and Bruno miss. That sums up our last day's debate. Does not. Not at all. Yeah. Okay. Time to learn Portuguese and trash Amarim Nicholas saying. Hey, beaches, nothing much. Rimura estimated to the bench and brought in Poro and he scored two own goals. Yeah, you told me that earlier. Yeah. Club is shit right now and my country, Nepal, conditions not good. This is my life nowadays, Nathan Bhai. You have to just stay strong, Arjun. You just have to stay strong. No, I'm not mute, dude. I was setting up the lineups basically. I could have been mute. That would have been quite funny. But yeah, was not. Appreciate the grind, man. Watching our own team being so effed and still feeling to watch football and streaming. Thanks, bro. It's KDB who picked him in his midfield and his number one option is GA is not fraud. Is your all. It's okay, Nickel. Leave it. He's just bantering. Gate was terrible, man. It's like everyone knows that he shit, so no one passes him. Don't get me started on that Dallo guy. Sure. Nuno to West Ham. Let's see if Nuno can put them out of relegation battle or they have to go utter woke nonsense, man. Yeah. Hello, Sekiro. Hello. Ah, God. What a long day it's been. What a long day. What an absolutely long day for me. Bad day. Bad day. Bad day. This is the Wolves lineup. Open goal chance missed there. Great save there by Johnston. Nuno to West. Oh, I read that. Are you Amram out or in? We'll find out tomorrow, beaches. Stay tuned for the review. Early morning, not afternoon. 10:30, I think, morning time. Stay tuned. I feel like people are scapegoating Bruno a lot. Yes, he was terrible. Whose decision to play him this deep and still insists with these bad tactics? It's Amram. Yeah, I've been saying that, Siddhant, but people are just upset and angry, and I get it. So am I. But yeah, it's festival time in Nepal, but I'm not happy right now. So prediction: mine's 4-0 Tottenham, 3-0 Tottenham. Would love to see Lamans debut against Sunderland. That's the only exciting thing. Is not that Baindir has been bad, but want to see if Lamans is all hype or good deal for us. Speaking of goalkeepers, Jose Star just sitting on the bench there. Johnston playing. But yeah. 15 minutes in so far. Punched out by Johnston, who's looked solid so far. Bergwall keeps it in. Simons, long ball over to the other side. Cannot keep it in though. Way beyond Kudus. I think you should sell Bruno for heavy money next season, start rebuild from scratch sometime. Moving on from your best player if nothing's going right could lead to good things. The problem is with that theory is first of all, we are not going to get the same amount of money as last season. That's the first problem. The second problem is it's whatever money we get will only go for a maximum of one player, especially if you're talking about the caliber of contribution for Bruno. So basically, we'll be getting one player for one player. I don't really think that's a rebuild anyway, personally. If we don't finish in Europe, we're not going to have any extra money. We're not getting any bonuses from progressing through each round of the Carabao. We don't know what the FA Cup is going to be. So we are playing a lot of assumptions on how much money we're going to have next season. We might actually have less than we have this season. So we have to, it's not going to be as simple as buy one player and rebuild a team. Just play academy players. At least we can see some intent. Um, I know it's different situation, but we see how PSG moved on from Mbappe. They are not relying on one player; it's an entire team effort now. The problem is they were doing that before Mbappe came, dude. They decided to change it to fit in Mbappe. So for Amram, all the content creators have been backing my ad enough today, whether it be United Stand, Indian creators, or Sam from People Steel. Let's see how Ineos handles it. Why does Bhagwal run like a chicken? Ayushman, people have given up on Amram. I know. Aside from Amram, Maresca's job's under threat too. Yeah. It's going to be a long season, Rando. It's going to be a long season. We did this protest against corrupt in protest 75 by these couples. Now they're walking the street freely, bro. Here we go. Not gonna lie, Tottenham rebuild is going under the radar. Look at the youngsters. They got Spence Simons, Bergval, Gray, some good potential defenders from Croatia, I guess, and a Korean Japanese youngster. Yeah, that and signed, right? And then got sacked. Spence, we were interested in him when we had no left backs. When he was from Middlesbrough on loan to Forest, he was playing with Jimmy Garner. That time we were interested in him. Simons, I think we were linked to, but we just didn't have the money. Bergwall and Gray were very good deals. I wanted to do a Richarlison celebration. Hey Maxi, आज का दिन इतना बुरा हो सकता था उससे ज़्यादा ही बुरा हो गया. You said it, sir. We need to get Iraola before Chelsea gets their hands on him. Bro, I'll be honest with you. He's not getting sacked until the Liverpool game. They're waiting. I'm 100% sure they're waiting for the international break. I think I heard one of Cam's or Lies said this West Ham sacked Porto had better success rates than Amarim. It seems like a mess. I don't know how is that possible though. Didn't West Ham finish below us? So I don't really know how that would work. But Cam's Lies, I think last week or no, the week before. I think the City game he lost it. I think. Yeah. By the way, what's the scene of Lewis Kelly in Arsenal? Man boomed last year. Haven't even started this year. Much as I remember, is he injured or something? I'm pretty sure he came on the pitch for the last Arsenal game, and I'm pretty sure he came on the pitch for the Champions League game even. So it seems to be either an internal issue or a preference issue. I think he just prefers Calafiori. Calafiori was injured last season a lot, wasn't he? I guess. I suppose. What did they sign him to a new contract for? I don't know. They should have just let the man go if he was going. Simons lays it off. Oh, chemistry wasn't there. You guys know about Lias and Cams? Damn, come on, dude. Of course. Not trying to rub it in, but as a City fan, this is a great weekend. I'm sure it is, dude. It should be. I think it'll be greater if Arsenal don't win. Ineos will go look for another manager in international play. Exactly, Ayushman. I don't see my review. I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to do anything. In fact, I'm thinking, should I post it tomorrow? Should I film it tomorrow morning, or should I just film it now in the night? So I have a good reason not to scream. I'm thinking about it. Oh, Bergwall fluffed it. Didn't really expect the ball to bounce to him like that, though. Seniors will get us Carrick as interim. Siddhant, that's what I told everyone about 10 days ago when they asked me after the City loss. I told them, you guys don't want to know who I think is going to come. Y'all aren't going to like it. And they were like, Southgate. I'm like, no, it's going to be an ex player. Then they thought it was Ole. I'm like, nope, not McKenna. It's going to be Carrick. And the next day only we got linked to Carrick. Funny enough. Bruno, I have to go. Nathan, bye. I have enough of this shit. I can't support him anymore. Bruno's a tough one for me, Arjun. I don't really know how to respond to that. In a way, in a way, I get it, but in a way, I also don't get it. If I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I understand. Calferi is playing out of skin and eventually being Lewis Kelly eventually is being moved to midfield. Bro, no offense, Rando. I don't know why it might not even be offensive to you, but no offense anyway. But I heard the same shit about Trent Alexander Arnold, and we saw what happened there. You know, this dream of moving into the midfield tends to not work out eventually. And with the midfield Arsenal have, though, I can't even see Lewis Kelly get in, to be honest. Neither any suggestion United fan from last year's. While trying to sleep, I only think about United, only watch United content news. How can I just cut off from it? I'm really thinking it is disturbing me. Well, Ashish, if you really love Manchester United, you're not going to cut yourself off of it. What you can do is you can reduce the amount of content you watch for Manchester United in general. Like for example, if you watch my watch along, which I don't think you are regular on the watch along, you don't have to watch the United watch along. If you want to tap in, if you want to enjoy, if you want to just come here and chill, you can watch the watch along of another match I do, because I do anywhere between 2 to 3 matches depending on the matchup. Sometimes even 4 matches on the weekend. So if you want to still talk about football, be in a discussion like this, you can always do it outside of Manchester United. But if you love Manchester United, it's very unlikely to cut it off completely, man. Listen, it's coming from someone who doesn't have Instagram. So I don't have one of the three threats to my mental health, as I like to call it. On Twitter, the only time I look at United related content is our Legends videos. Excuse me. And I scroll by the videos on mute so I don't have to listen to it. I look at the topic on Twitter. If it's something I'm interested in, I'll listen. If not, I give it a pass. And as far as YouTube is concerned, though, I don't watch anything United related. Maybe the press conference to discuss it when we do the preview. Sometimes I'll watch the cliff notes to just talk about it with everybody on the channel. So I'm pretty much I don't really engage in the content. I prefer to either do live shows or go on other panels and stuff like that instead of listening to what other people think. Can't lie, and Carrick can do better than this. 100% can do better than this. But again, is that the long term solution for our problems? I would love to say yes, to be honest with you, but I don't think it is. Like, we're not this shite, man. Look at Ange Ball. Son was shite in it. Richarlison wasn't even getting picked, and now look at Richarlison and Frank. Sometimes about the manager. Don't forget Son's. Didn't Son score a hat trick in America the other day? Or is it just me? Did he score 2 goals? Are there no other penalty takers in United? So, Ayushman, let me paint you a picture. Let me paint you a picture because someone mentioned that in frustration. They said, Rightfully so. It was in frustration. But oh, what a ball by Bergwall! Kudus! Goal. Offside. Bergwall's been trying that back heel roll, that back heel flick a bunch of times. A bunch of times he's been trying it. Oh, Kudus is way offside. Good one. Um, why do you look so upset? Anything other than United loss? It's not that, Roshan. I'm generally genuinely conflicted. I've started doing this review thing. I told everyone was like, make more content, algorithm and whatever, give me your views. I think there was a reason I never used to do it weekly, like 4 years of content, and I never did it once. This is the first season I'm doing it. And I don't know, man. I just feel very, very. I don't know. There are things in this review that I want to say that I don't know if I should say. And it's not about speaking your heart. It's about if I say it, I feel like I'm going to be really, really depressed. Oh, they took too long there. Took too long there. My God, Wolves are getting cooked. Too long there. Should have crossed it in early. Uh, yeah, so that's what I was thinking, Roshan. I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say in this video. I'm glad I stayed a little bit later on into the match though, just to talk it out. I was starting to get really, really angry. And yeah. Bruno was our best player last season. Instead of making a team around what we do, we change his position. Laughing my ass off. Masterclass. See, dude, I understand why people are mad at Bruno. I get it, right? I get it. But at the same time, I'm like, he is so handicapped right now that people people don't want to understand it. A and B, people are too frustrated to understand. They don't care. Like we don't even care if okay, let me put it to you this way. And I'm going to be very blunt here. Maybe people will disagree with me. It's absolutely fine. Okay. But I have to be consistent about this. The reason I love David De Gea and the reason I love Bruno Fernandes, and I love them, I absolutely love them, is they are the only two stalwarts, no, in a increasingly sinking ship. Someone rightfully said, "What is Bruno scored this much GA? He's our guy, but he captained us and we finished 15th." And someone rightfully said, if his GA wasn't there, we would have been in relegation threat. And people laugh, ha, 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 you're just joking. We were never ever going to get relegated. I'm like, you miss my point. Without all the GA, whatever you're complaining about is worse. Because Bruno Fernandes as a midfielder still had the best GA. And next was Garnacho. And if we sold Bruno and we sold Garnacho, which we ended up doing, where is the GA coming from? Because they contributed for the majority of our goals last season. However little they may be, they were the main contributors. So people wanted to sell him to get 90 million. But who's there? Like I said, Bruno Fernandes and David De Gea were the only stalwarts in a sinking ship. That does not mean Bruno should not get criticized. That does not mean he should get a pass for every bad game he gets. But you tell me something. Honestly, look into your heart and think about it. I know you're frustrated. Believe me, there are words I wanted to say about Bruno Fernandes today, no, that I never in my life, after watching him play for a club, thought I would say. That is how angry I was with Bruno. Now, tomorrow, you people who are watching it will see a review and you won't see that. You all won't see those words. So people will be like, Man, he's not angry. He's still supporting Bruno. But let me tell you, I wanted to say some really, really mean shit to Bruno Fernandes today. Like, really mean. But then I realized that this man is being scapegoated by everybody, including me, for bad performances in a position he doesn't play, in a system that does not suit us, with players who aren't aware of how to play it. But because there is a giant C on his arm, everyone just looks at him. So I'm going to ask you, good people, a simple question, and I will read some of the chat while ask you, I wait for your answers. You tell me, no, Bruno is a bad example. Some people were saying Bruno is a bad captain. Chal, let's say you all are right. I only have one question to ask you guys. I didn't see anyone in the last 10 months step up when Bruno wasn't performing bad. When Bruno was performing bad, everyone went, Bruno had another shit game, another shit game, another shit game. Can you name me one player that in the last 10 months has stepped up consistently? Let me tell you something, guys. And before you all answer this question, no, don't answer, just hold off for a second. This is coming from a man who has seen the invincible Arsenals. They had multiple captains in their team, which means, I'll give you an example what that means. If Thierry Henry doesn't score, Dennis Bergkamp is going to score. He will step up. If they are being under a lot of defensive pressure, Sol Campbell will step up. If they feel like they're getting run around in the midfield, Patrick Vieira will step up. Even if the other players aren't doing well, even if the other players are absolutely shit, someone else will carry the mantelpiece. That's one example. Man City, many examples. They played one whole season with without a striker and ended up still winning the title. Still winning the title. So I will ask you one simple question. In the last 10 months, look into your heart. Be honest. Leave Bruno Fernandes' thoughts on the side for a second. I have only one question to ask you. In the last 10 months, who has stepped up when Bruno Fernandes has had a bad game? Who has stepped up consistently? Because he has a C on his arm, that means he has to step up every game. If he doesn't step up and have a shit game and we lose, it's on Bruno Fernandes. You tell me, no? People are saying get rid of Bruno, sell Bruno, take the 90 million. Shall let's do it. Name me one player who stepped up in the last 10 months. And before anyone says Matthias de Ligt, no guys, I just want you to remember one thing. Matthias de Ligt has made mistakes as well that has conceded goals. You could say he's responsible for today's second goal partly for not covering the attacker when the cutback came in. Okay, I'm not blaming him. I'm just giving an example. Sometimes he's injured. Sometimes he gets rotated by the manager. So you tell me, how can Matthias de Ligt be our captain if he himself is getting rotated regularly? Plus, sometimes he gets injured. One thing you can say whatever you want about Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes has missed outside of suspension. Bruno Fernandes has missed 2 games, 2 or 3 games in his entire United career, which is almost now it's coming to what, 4.5 years. 4.5 years. January will make it 5 years. In 5 years, he's missed 3 games. Can you name me one player in this squad, whichever player, however young, however old, even the bloody goalkeeper, that has only missed 2 games in the last 5 years? Who is going to come and step up? It's a simple question. Forget Bruno Fernandes. No, you want to sell him, sell him. I don't even want to have that discussion. Someone tell me who's going to step up. I have seen nobody step up. Today, everyone is saying Bruno's had a shit game. No, absolutely. 100%. He's had a shit game. But for the last 10 months, he's been playing out of position. Last 10 months. Does anyone say that? No. Does anyone take that into account? No. Fine, fair enough. Why didn't Amarim sell him? Why did we buy 2 10s? People are now saying that Bruno Fernandes is part of player power. When we were suffering, Bruno Fernandes was our light. Suddenly, he's become the player power captain now. When he was sitting on the bench for Grimsby, what did we do? You tell me. We got run over by a 4th division English team. 4th division English team. Y'all are saying play Menu, no? Menu lost the possession and we ended up conceding the third goal today. No one is talking about that. They will say Bayern is butterfingers, the ball went right through him. Sack him, sack him, sack him. Speaking of Bayern, how many saves he made today? What would it have been? 6-1? 5-1, 6-1 at least? You tell me, someone who has stepped up in the last 10 months. It's very easy to say sack him. It's very, very easy to say sack him. I am not even disputing your if y'all want him gone, no, fine. Who is going to step up? There is nobody to step up. That is something no that we have to get into our brains. Whether you like it or not, no, that is the truth. That is the God's honest truth. There is nobody you can step up, no, and be this captain for this club in this position, in this suffering. There is no one. That does not mean our players are not good. That does not mean anything. But you tell me, no, everyone questions his leadership. Everyone questions him crying. You tell me something, no, which one of our other players are this passionate about succeeding at our club? You tell me, no, who feels it? Who feels it more than Bruno Fernandes? Here, this manager is saying he feels it more than the fans. Bullshit. He feels it more than the fans. He's not taken accountability for one game, guys. One game he's not taken accountability for. He's our manager. You're saying the captain should motivate the players, no? The captain should get the best out of the players. No? Can I tell you, I'm going to push back on you guys today. The manager who's hired, who's chosen the captain and the leadership squad, no, and who's decided how we are going to play, no, he should be the one that motivates the players. Our players have no confidence. They are completely short of confidence. All of them. Every single one of them does not play with confidence. Absolutely gone. Look into their eyes. And people are saying they don't have the ambition, they don't have the passion, they don't have hope. What is passion and desire? They don't have hope. The hope has killed them. The hope of trying to win every game every week. You tell me, the manager sits down, looks at the ground. The manager doesn't take accountability for one game. Today, after the interview, he's saying, if we win, it is not the system. If we lose, it is the system. What an asshole. Even when we win, we get overrun. Even when we win, we are conceding set piece goals. Even when we win, we are conceding cutback goals. And he is saying when we win, it's not the system. Who told him that? Who is telling him that the system works when we win? The system does not work even if we win. Individual goals every single time. Every single time. The man is going after the game, takes zero accountability, says he hurts more than the fans, says, you tell me, guys, forget that rant, leave what I just said about Amarim. You tell me who's going to step up for our club, please. I would love to hear it. But I don't want to go on and on and on about. I understand Bruno is horrible today. I'm not going to defend it, but there is no one who to step up, man. I'm sorry. Y'all might not want to hear that, no, but that is the truth. Believe me. I was right about De Gea, guys. I was right about De Gea. And believe me, I'm going to be right about Bruno. Believe me. Believe me. I don't know many things, no. I am not the smartest person on planet Earth. But believe me, no, we are going to regret all this. 3 years later, no, and we have gone through already three goalkeepers. Mark my words. We are going to suffer. I think you guys should get Xavi. The players are good. There are also young players. Just media is the problem. We can't shake off the media, Sekiro. It's either we handle it or we crumble under the pressure. That's the truth. MLS was originally a DM, so it shouldn't be much of a problem, which makes even less sense than Sekiro because last year Partey was injured for a lot and he never played. They still played him left back. I don't know, man. Whatever Arteta's doing, good for him. Ayushman is saying, are there no other players? Okay, so Ayushman, now I'll paint another picture for you. By the way, guys, I'm way behind on the charts. Please forgive me. I went on a rant. Just give me a second. I'll catch up. Let me put it this way. I'll now no. This is going to require some chronology. Okay, Ayushman. So just bear with me. Bruno Fernandes missed a penalty, right? Fine. Literally a week later, he took two penalties in a penalty shootout. In sudden death in penalties, he took a penalty shootout. Did he not score the one against Chelsea? He scored a one against Chelsea, right? Okay. Now you tell me something. Why did we get knocked out by Grimsby? On penalty shootouts, right? Who missed the penalties? Mbeumo and Cunha. Mbeumo and Cunha, someone said get Mbeumo to take penalties. He used to take penalties for Brentford. Fine. Let him take. No problem. No problem, no harm, no foul. I'm not trying to say people are lying. But you tell me, why are we out? Why are we lost against Grimsby Town? We lost on penalty shootouts. Who missed the penalties? Cunha and Mbeumo. Now they have already missed penalties, right? Now Bruno's missed a penalty. People are saying get Mbeumo. Fine, but you tell me they couldn't score against Grimsby Town. Who's going to be our new penalty taker? Yeah, if we are going by misses, no, Mbeumo and Cunha have already missed and we got knocked out of a cup. Now people will say it's not their fault. Yeah, anyone can miss a penalty. Fine, but they've already missed one penalty this season. People are saying Bruno has missed 2 in 6 games, right? Fair enough. He's also scored 2 in 1 game and then he scored one at Chelsea. Fair. That's a fair argument. You tell me who. I know you're asking me, are there no other penalty takers? You tell me who should take the penalty. Sesko is struggling to pass the ball. He barely gets the ball. Maybe he's good at taking penalties. I don't know. We'll never find out at this rate. Cunha and Mbeumo have already missed penalties. Who else is there? They're not going to give Dallo. You could give Maguire. Maguire is a bullet penalty taker. 100% clutch penalty taker. Euro finals, cup finals, whatever finals he scores. We could change the penalty taker. Maybe we will actually finally change the penalty taker. I don't know. We'll find out. But if we are going by changing him because they missed, Cunha and Mbeumo have already missed. And because of that reason, we didn't play Sheffield Wednesday and whatever team Grimsby Town plays this season, this next round, because they beat Sheffield Wednesday in the next match. So I would never blame them for us getting knocked out of the Carabao Cup. You miss a penalty, you miss a penalty. Fair is fair. I don't know, man. Maybe he'll give Mbeumo Ayushman, basically. But I was just wanting to put it in context. Anna is a midfielder in academy, start playing left back majorly for main squad. It's similar to Vanieri and Dowman. They got right wing minutes first and then they moved to cap. Fair enough. Let's see. Maybe it'll happen. 45 minutes, by the way, guys. We'll have to see how much extra time they have. Richarlison couldn't get on the back of that cross there. To be fair, I'm actually very... Oh, he's way off. Yeah. I'm actually very surprised it's still 0-0 to be fair. But yeah. What an effing disgraceful... Oh my god. How high am I up? Hold on. How high am I? Hold on a second. Give me a second. What a disgraceful performance by... Yeah, man. Just to continue my misery, Atletico Madrid won even a couple of hours later, which is brilliant. Simeone is going to probably repopulate the earth today after the game. Is it me or the manager market is effed up? Not many championship mentality out. That's another great point, bro. There aren't any either. See, this is another problem. This is another issue we have. Who are we saying should replace Amarim? Other Premier League mid-table or proven managers. They're proven, but they're mid-table. You know what I mean? They're 7th, 8th. They're not 12th or 13th. But who are we talking about replacing? That's the thing, na? Like, then people will say these are not Manchester United level managers. Of course not, they're not Manchester United level managers, dude. All the Manchester United level managers have jobs. They've already got jobs, dude. Simple as that. It's not rocket science, man. Some of this stuff is not complicated. Nah, Nita, I'm quite listener doing other work alongside regular but silent Watchalong. Thank you, Ashish. No, I was just suggesting it, man. If you don't want to absorb United content, you can always absorb another Watchalong of some sort. That's what I do though. Gaurav, you're consistent, man. Keep going. Thank you, Gaurav. But if Poro's not playing, Poro's not playing? Hold on a minute. What do you mean Poro's not playing? Poro's. Wait. What lineup did I. Oh, Poro is not playing. That's right. Spencer and Udogi are the fullbacks. Yeah. Poro is not playing. That's right. Sorry. Hey, defective. Kudus offside. Yeah, I'm happy we're not the only one who will cry today. Answer the question. I answered it, Ayushman. Thank you. Even by historic win for Nepal, first ever match with test playing nation in cricket history against West Indies. At least this makes me happy. That's great, dude. Very happy for you. We have to take the positives out of life. Now listen, West Indies have been horrible for the last 10 years, but that's not your problem, dude. Y'all are just getting better. Because some people are gonna say that West Indies have not been good for a long time. But you know what? Twist it around, make it positive. Nepal's getting better. It's not your problem. West Indies is in trouble. Everyone's got to sort out their own shit. I love the consistency. Thank you, Sumit. You should say it. Be honest with whatever you want. Yeah, but the thing is, dude, you know what? Instead of feeling relieved, I'll feel sad. That's the sad part. I won't feel relieved after what I want to say. I'll just feel more sad. We read somewhere Barca is thinking to sign Rashi on a permanent basis for 20. I think it's 20 million or 26 million. In January, the fuck, even if it's 30 million, we should get a player for them, swap like Casado, man. Bro, nobody's going to help us out. Nobody's going to help us out. We either pay cash or we watch our players leave. Nobody's giving us a handout, bro. Trust me, that's not happening. Glasnow also plays the same formation, but look at the difference between two teams. Not only that, Shreyansh, look at the he is definitely malleable. That is the main thing. That is the dude. He took Mateta, where I wouldn't take Mateta, dude. I wouldn't take Mateta, and that's when we had Hoyland first season. I wouldn't even take. I wouldn't go anywhere near Mateta, dude. He took that Mateta to this Mateta, dude. Year guard Mateta, FA Cup winner Mateta, you know, FA Cup assist winning Mateta, I should say. But yeah, I laugh when people don't agree with your opinion. Because of that, they get frustrated because you talk in English. I don't really think people don't agree with my opinions, dude. And if they don't agree with my opinion, that's fine. I don't think they get frustrated though. I don't think I frustrate them at all. It's just part of debate. If we both said the same things, it wouldn't be much of a debate, to be honest. Do you think Bruno's being overworked and manhandled, Ayushman? It is an unequivocal fact for the last 5 years that Bruno has been overworked. Bro has missed 2 games, dude. He's played with injuries. He's missed 2 games outside of suspension. I think he's missed maybe 5 games his whole career in 5 years here. And he's not young. And he runs the most in the team. In most of those 5 years, I'm pretty sure his running stats are the best out of everybody. Most distance covered. So he runs the most. He gets injured the least. He has to create the goals. He has to score the goals. Plus, he has to be captain. What do you think, Ayushman? Now, people will say that's part of the deal. He accepted to be captain. It's his fault. The same way I can say Amarim chose to play 9 players out of position and in a formation nobody's familiar with. But then we get into an argument that nobody wants to enjoy, because then they go, oh, it's the players' fault. They've been shit for so many years. Yeah, but that's cool. But you're also handicapping our players. The debate is extremely nuanced, because you can go down every rabbit hole and blame one person in one year, one person in another year, one management in that year, one management in that year. It's extremely nuanced. But to simply answer your question, 100% he's being overworked. It's not even a question. Bruno is not the problem. Same as McTominay all over again. Example, we played CDM, never played him in natural position just so he can play them. Doesn't mean it's the natural. Exactly. 100%, bro. 100%. I couldn't have put it better myself. I'm sure I've said it 19 times, but I couldn't have said it better myself. McTominay gave us 10 points off the bench and scored 10 goals off the bench last season. No, 8 points, 7 points, 8 points, something like that. He got us like 8 more points, dude, off the bench that year. Not this last year. Obviously, last year he played for Napoli. The year he left, he got us 10 points. He helped us finished in 8th. Now, people at the time were like, man, we finished 8th. This is diabolical. These players are shit. This, that, the other. Fast forward 12 months, we finished 15th, and now everyone's keeping quiet. You can't hear anyone say anything. Everyone is looking up in the sky going, man, Ten Hag maybe wasn't that bad. It keeps changing. And as we get worse and worse, more and more of these discussions will happen. Oh, docs, yeah. Bruno at 6 is disastrous. With only two midfield shows, sinking ship is best. Yeah, but Aniket, you know that, I know that. Legends like Paul Scholes and Roy Keane and Gary Neville and Rio Ferdinand and anybody else you can name with a brain cell all says the same thing, except one guy. Except one guy, dude. Except one guy seems to think otherwise. Literally, one guy thinks otherwise. Nobody else. Content creators, tacticos, opposition fans, opposition haters. Nobody thinks he can play the six. Except one man. What else can I say? What else can we say? What else can you say? All we can do is scream into the camera and that's it. Go to sleep after that. We can't do anything else. Wow, you're criticizing Bruno. We are criticizing Valverde. Both of us cooked by a team in red and white stripes. Oh, it's so hard to talk about Bruno Fernandes, dude. I can't explain it to you. It is so hard. It is so hard. He's one of. Can I put on another stat since we're talking about Bruno? This is not an appreciation poll, but I literally found this out, so I want to tell you guys. Bruno is one of 18 players to cross 100 goals for United. Okay, he's only one of 4 non-forward players to score 100 goals for Manchester United. So, in other words, the other 14 were all forwards, basically. Okay. 3 of them, Paul Scholes, 155 goals, 17 years at the club. I'll say it one more time in case you didn't hear me. 17 years at the club. Okay. Next one, Ryan Giggs, 173 goals, 20 years at the club. No, 23 years at the club. Okay. That's 173 goals. Sir Bobby Charlton, second on the all-time list. 17 years at the club, 200 and some 50 goals, right? Something like that, 40 goals. He is the 4th highest scorer as a midfielder all time. And he has done that in 4.5 years, guys. 4.5 years. The other 14 are forwards. By the way, Ryan Giggs, and I'm sure someone's going to put it in the chat, played as a left mid or there was no wingers, left mid, which means he was attacking based forward, a left forward. He played in the midfield too, but as we all know, he played left mid when we played 4-4-2 in his prime. So even him, no, you have to decide which goals are which, and which goals he scored as a forward and which goals he scored as a winger. I mean, as a midfielder. He probably doesn't cross 100 goals as an out and out midfielder. We're talking about Charlton and Scholes, who have spent 2 decades at our club. This man's done it in 4.5 years. Just think about that for a second. Just really think about the names I've just said. Hey brother, long time I'll be open with you. I haven't watched a Man U game since the Europa League final. Recently, the Grimsby game. Definitely not today either. This manager needs to go tonight. Flying Holucha, I'll tell you what. And I'm only saying this, right, because I enjoy the people that come here and spend time with me and give me their time. You don't have to watch a United game to come and watch a stream. We do, as you seeing right now, we do other streams as well. Feel free to join those streams. You don't have to watch United. We don't have to talk about United. We can talk about plenty of other things. Plenty. We are going to do chill streams in the international break. Feel free to join those and have some fun with us. For sure. Bruno is the apt example of right player, wrong time. If we play in his natural position, we do good. Shreyansh, I'll say it one more time. There is only one person who thinks he can play in the midfield. Exactly one. It treats the Prem like the Portuguese Ferry League. Using a back three, Bruno in the wrong position, same goalkeeper after literally effing buying a new one. Poor Lamens. We need a legit manager. Akhilesh is there. It's the fault of everybody from the higher up, manager or player, scapegoating one particular person, just an excuse. Very well said, Akhilesh. Very well said. Fantastically put. Bro, this squad is proper 4-2-3-1. Play 3 cams, Cunha left, Bruno center, mbeumo right. Meno Ugarte CDM, which Bruno will obviously drop in deep to help both of them when needed. Because let's be honest, Bruno will do that no matter what. Proper 4-2-3-1 squad, and we enhanced our trackers this window. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. Also, he lost the duel in the second goal. He also lost the duel first in the second goal. Then, I mean, anyway, it is what it is. We need Licha mentality at 11 place on this. But see, this is the thing, no, Aniket. You can't even make that guy a captain because that guy has missed more games than he's played in the last 3 years. That's not me making a joke. That's a fact. He has actually missed more games than you can actually play, than he has played. So how you can't even make him captain? Mentality also takes you only so far, Doc. It only takes you so far because if you're not on the pitch, there's no mentality. You're sitting at home with your leg in a cast, chilling and eating chips. We can't afford that. So always Ronaldo scores, he's the problem. De Gea isn't good on the ball, he's the problem. Now Bruno has been the problem. Our fan base just expects stuff from one player or 11 and others need to. See, this is what I'm saying now. Who do you want to make the captain? I'm going to scroll down. I assume there will be answers, but I'm waiting for it. Just compare Bruno for Portugal in natural position, Bruno for United, you realize the difference. People who are hating Bruno should remember Grimsby. Yeah, but people will say that's a one-off game. Give Menu or give Ugarte or give whoever like 2-3 games, 4-5 games. It'll be like that. See, there is always a counter opinion to any opinion you make, Ayushman, until it is finally proven. Who is a better goalkeeper? Now we know who's the better goalkeeper. Now no one can say nothing about it. We know who's the better goal. Hear with the sentence, okay? Hear what I'm saying. We know who's the better goalkeeper now. We know that now. Too little, too late. Too little, too late. Apparently, we are looking to buy a number one next season. So now we would have gone to Bayandir, Onana. Lamens is not going to get game time. Vitek, they're going to sell, even though Vitek's doing well at Bristol City. And now we are getting a new goalkeeper. We've gone through 5 goalkeepers in 3 years. It's fantastic. Sell Dalot to Saudi Al Nasser, he will be part of Ronaldo. Bro, and believe me, no, Baba, when he does well, then no, people will come back and then say it's the Saudi League. Believe me, that also will happen. Think Bruno also should move on and win trophies in United too. I don't know why it happens, but if you take the big player out of the team, some average players give them more than 100%. But then I'll tell you what, no, Nitesh, maybe you're 100% right. But then can I counter it by just saying this? What kind of mentality it shows in the players that are left? Why are they not giving the 100% without Bruno? What is the lot of people question the mentality of our team, right? Rightfully so, 100%. Great point. But if they have to wait for Bruno to get sold to play better, what does that tell you about the players we currently have? Nothing good. Nothing good. Nothing positive at least. India team bowlers play better without Bumrah. Okay. It's the fault of everybody. I read that, Akhilesh. Thank you. Keep sacking, kicking out players if they're not good enough. Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, Bruno, Dallo, sell them all too long at the club. No other club allows this mediocrity. Fair enough. If Amarim is staying, he needs proven wingbacks and CDM. Otherwise, this is a sinking ship. It's been a sinking ship a lot longer before Amarim, Aniket. But how often do we win? We don't win often, Akhilesh. But this is what I'm saying. No, this is what I'm trying to say. It's not about how often we win, but it's also not about scapegoating one player. Everyone's saying we should have taken the money and sold Fernandes, right? To buy who? These people go missing? Who is the leaders in the team? Who are the real leaders? Who can put on that captaincy armband and perform? Now, I don't want to say this, Akhilesh, because I had a good example which I didn't want to do, but I will do it now because we are talking about it. Did you see how Harry Maguire played when he was captain of our club? And did you see how Harry Maguire played when he was not captain of our club? Why are we going far back in time? Let's talk about now. Let's talk about now. Night and day difference. You tell me which Harry Maguire was better, with the band or without the band. You tell me. Bruno played better without the band too. He did, of course. But he also played good with the band. Maybe not as good, but good. What did Harry Maguire do every day he wore the captaincy armband? We don't have to go far for a good example. It's really tough, man. I don't like saying this, but it's true. Same, man. We as fan have preferences. We are hypocrites. If you scroll the chat, you'll see someone saying we need Licha. Yeah, I read that. No one said Licha should be gone for the next season. I mean, some people will definitely say that. I don't think we are hypocrites, bro. I think we are just frustrated. Again, I understand everybody's frustration. I understand everybody's frustration. I don't blame anyone for being frustrated. But it's like, also let's provide some solutions. You know, at least let's discuss some solutions. We obviously can't buy any players. We don't have the money. It's not in our control. But let's have some realistic solutions. You know, some thoughts, if you will. Reportedly, Brock Lesnar will not return for a while already. He only came one time. He only showed up one time. Don't tell me he popped again, man. The same Mount, when he gets injured, he becomes a Chelsea lad and he should be sold. He's overrated. Get Xavi, buy some good midfielders, remove Shaw and Dallo, bring some good right back and left back. I think it's a lot easier said than done, but I'm very willing to admit we need to do something like that for sure. Oh my god, there's so many chats. Sorry, guys. Let me catch up. I'm going to catch up. I'm going to catch up quickly. I will read them all, but I might not respond to some, so forgive me. I see you doing a Spurs watch along. Mukesh, I do other watch alongs as well. It has to just be within a certain time difference, so I can get a break between watch alongs. This was the next best game. We're doing the Arsenal game tomorrow as well, Mukesh, so you can join us for that. We only miss the sun when it starts to snow. People criticize De Gea when he was the sole light in our. Same is with Bruno. We will know his value only. I agree, Shreyansh. I agree. I agree. Drink some water. Oh, I got some tea actually. Thank you for asking. Thank you for saying so. Bro, Bruno ain't horrible. Just the position he's playing. Exactly. He's being a threat to ops. Is directly proportional to how close he is to the ops box. Bruno's a pathetic captain. Sesko scored a goal. He should be the pen taker as the confidence was good. He scored. Sesko should have taken it. He scored a goal. He can score a brace plus he's our number 9. Yeah, but Baba, if that is not what Amarim wants, you can't really say Bruno is a pathetic captain, right? How do you put it on Bruno? The coach picks all these picks, Baba. That's the truth. Can you just explain me this thing? I'm sorry, Shivam. Did you ask me something? I didn't see it. Please type it in again. I'll read it. And Nathan, the sporting Amarim always had his centre forward driving down the channel. I haven't seen any channel ball to Seshko, yeah? GGMU, Take Me Home United Road. That's a nice name. Can we go for Simeone? Bro, if they don't like how Amarim plays football, they are going to hate the way they are going to hate the way Simeone plays football. Trust me. They complained about how Van Hal played football. Even Van Hal used to play possession-based football, not defensive style football, just possession based, and people hated it. The reason we struggle against Atletico is because we don't have any passion and hatred for our derby rivals. They destroyed us because their hate towards us fueled their performance. Sadly, we don't have it. Fair enough. All of our players are cowards. They gave up before fighting. Spurs look like they're about to do a Spurs. No, I mean, I suppose it's possible, but I don't think so. Oliver Glasner, the Fulham manager, can fit United. Top managers like Amarim and ETH are top-rated managers. They won't fit at United. Unproven managers would work. My choice is Glasner or Marco Silva, Fulham manager. Kudus a baller, but we need better finishers. Fair enough, Utkarsh. How have you been? Nathan, you said this to me. People say these things about you on Mohawk's channel. People say these things about you on Mohawk's channel. Wait, what are we talking about? The English thing? That's okay, man. That's fair. It's fine here. Part of the game. This team don't have the mentality. Getting destroyed by Atletico is absolutely lowest of the lows. It shouldn't be allowed. Absolutely shameful, pathetic. Oof. We're almost getting 90 million for Bruno. Food for thought or salt on wounds? Well, Sanchit, can I flip it and ask you a better question? If you want us to back the manager and the manager wants Bruno Fernandes, what do you do? Because the one thing we always blamed management on is we don't back the managers. If the manager wanted Bruno Fernandes, is it that considered backing him? Because if it's considered backing him, then I guess we don't have to talk about it anymore because we complain about our managers never being backed. That 90 million, if I may also push back, Sanchit, we could have not spent 65 million on one of the tens because we had a 10, also known as a captain, and we could have bought an actual midfielder and maybe sold someone else to cover the difference, like Garnacho, which we ended up actually selling. So, you can look at it that way too. Glasner took over Roy Hodgson's Palace. They were shit. Remember when we played them away? They were protests and banners and say asking Roy to be sacked. It's only been a year and a half. True. Also, to be fair to Roy Hodgson, he's pretty old. Punish every player for their horrible performance. They can only dominate shit teams. They don't want to leave their comfort zone. Yup, McTerminator saved ETH's job. Exactly. Ten Hag changed his playstyle for good, whereas Amarim's system. And these United discussions will go on for 1 week on this channel. Fair enough. I don't care about Bruno scoring 100 goals. It's always club growth over individual records. He can take that record to Saudi because there's no use. We didn't win shit with him. Actually, we won Carabao Cup and an FA Cup with him. Played 2 Europa League finals with him. Uh, that's your opinion, Baba. Fair enough. But in the last 5 years, what would we look like without Bruno Fernandes? United and Chelsea are brothers. Always do same things. Brotherhood forever. Swadesh is saying. Those who are saying sack Amarim, bring Glasner or Iraola by, it is not a blanket order. Why will they leave their club for our current club? Why will they leave their current club where they are performing well? We have to wait till the end of season. That's exactly what I'm saying, Chiranjeev. That's another issue. That's why I think people aren't going to like the interim manager we get. We are most likely going to get Michael Carrick, and most of the fan base is probably not going to be happy with that. But you have to also realize that there is no other option. If there was an option, we wouldn't even be having a discussion. What a shambles of a game today. Football with Daksh. Daksh, hi Daksh, good evening. Uh, I'll get you on soon and we can talk about it, Daksh, whenever you're free. But I don't really know how to respond to it, man. I've been sitting at home for like the last 4 hours trying to think of words to express my disdain for my club. But sadly, it never ever reaches that boiling point. I eventually cool off. But yeah, please, what is this? Please close the gap. Daksh, Arsenal dropping points tomorrow to be the same as other so-called big teams. Yeah, well, listen, man. Can't really trust Newcastle to do anything. And I actually, while I slightly favor Newcastle, I also wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal destroy them. They are shaky a bit as well. Yeah. Close the gap to Liverpool tomorrow. Can't see them winning 21st. Tomorrow is your turn. I don't know, man. I don't know. All of you guys think Arsenal are going to lose that confidently? I don't know. I think it's tighter than that. The difference between Scholes, Giggs' career and scoring 100 goals is that the club was also going at the right trajectory and winning things. In individual milestones only matter if the club gets benefit. Fair enough. It's okay. You don't talk about ongoing match, but at least stop the clock. It's halftime. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Excuse me. You don't need to actually stop the clock. We can just let it roll. Simple as that. We'll just keep it rolling. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Did you see Bruno arguing with Cunha and scolding him like when we were taking the corner? How is that helping Cunha's confidence on the pitch? Bruno needs to shut up and do his own job. Baba, his own job is something he's never done in his career. Also, Cunha was horrible today. He was absolutely horrible today. He was being selfish a lot. And a lot of people in the chat were getting frustrated about it as well. By the way, can we also talk Alvarez? What a player. Why do you want to talk about Alvarez, dude? You should have kept him. Should have kept him. Cook, Dog Baba, and Menacing the Monk in next Baba and Lols. Alvarez scores free kick like Mbappe scores penalties. Oh God. By the way, can you discuss last 10-15 minutes of our game? Like literally, Delict and Yoro was sliding like crazy to save our ass, and when we passed the ball ahead, we dispossessed the ball. Like you do remember? Yeah. I mean, I have no words, dude. I have words. They're just not nice words. Actually, it's a lie. I have plenty of words. None of them are nice. Uh, yeah, we were scampering, man. I don't know. First of all, I don't want to talk about it. I'll just talk about it. It should have been a red card. I don't know what nonsense. We got robbed again. Liverpool got a goal for a clear handball of Salah later on in the game. I don't know what these referees are doing, man. There's a clear handball. His hand is all the way up there, like that Statue of Liberty style, and they still got a goal. Like I don't understand how egregiously inconsistent these referees are, man. With technology, without technology, they're just all shit. All of them. Like, it's just unbearable. But yeah. Do you think Mbeumo, Cunha, Sesko was Amarim's choice? Well, Sanchit, let me put it to you like this. And this is one thing I say, that I get a lot of shit for. A lot of shit. Oh, what a save! Goal! Fuck, Wolves scored a goal. Bro, what's happening today? End this Saturday. Please, end this Saturday. End it now. End this Saturday now, please. I can't believe Wolves are going to get their first points from Spurs, man. Come on. It can't be like this today, seriously. Everywhere we are taking L's today, man. Wolves have got points now, as it stands. Come on, yeah. There's a lot of time. Come on. Spurs, for the love of God, man. Do something. Um, what was I saying? Sorry. God. Saw the goal. Yeah. So I get a lot of shit for this, right? And I'm like, and I'll be honest with you, Ruben Amorim's a 40-year-old man. If you don't like the terms of the contract, don't sign. Simple as that. If you're working, Sanchit, I'm sure Daksh will agree with me in the chat. You get a contract from a lucrative company. If it doesn't match your vibe, there's a good chance you won't sign it because you'll sign yourself into misery unless you're really desperate, right? Ruben Amorim wasn't desperate; he had a job. Don't sign a contract if you don't like the terms. As far as I am aware, they have very specifically said it's going to be a group of people that decide the signings. So when you ask me, was it Amorim signing? Was it Amorim's choice? I tell you, it doesn't matter because he has agreed to the terms of how they are going to move forward with the transfer. Eric Ten Hag came here, like him or not, he said he has a veto. He didn't want to be held. Whatever his veto didn't end up working for us, unfortunately, in many ways. But he did the smart thing. He signed the contract on a veto, with a veto as a manager for transfers. Ruben Amorim doesn't do that. He signed his own contract. He's a grown man. He knows how to read. They all, according to me, they're all Amorim's choice because a group of 3, 4 people agreed to sign it. So it doesn't matter to me personally. If you didn't like the terms of the job, don't sign. People say, Nathan, don't talk rubbish. It's Manchester United. He was always going to sign. No, 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 no. If you don't like the terms of a contract and you have a job and you're doing really well and everyone's talking very highly of you and you beat Man City in the Champions League, stay there. Don't come. Don't come to a club that has never played your formation, does not share your same philosophy, is going to be you're going to be under the pressure cooker from week one, as he complained about how many interviews he had to be partaken in the first week. You know what you signed up for. So either you pass or you fail at the job. Or don't sign. Do not join. Do not join. I know people were getting really pissed off at me. They're like, don't talk rubbish, Nathan. Why wouldn't he not sign? It's Manchester. Because they don't align with you. The way you want to do things, they don't align with you. You are never going to get free reign at a club, especially after what Eric Ten Hag did. You were never ever going to get free reign after the disaster class he put out. It's just never going to happen. So when you ask me, is it Amorim's choice? I tell you, it doesn't matter. shouldn't have signed the contract because these were the terms already agreed upon before he signed the contract. I'm sure they have spoken about recruitment. So it's a his problem. What your choice would be, because I'm sure Amram is getting sacked, and honestly, we United fans can't back the manager for more than 1 year. I accept that fact. This backing manager is pointless. Well said. You said it, not me, sir. Hello, Abhijit. It's all on Ineos from now on. Either you back Amram and clear this whole group of players, Shaw, Maguire, Dallo, Bruno. They are a core at the team, or sack Amram, get a basic 4-3-3 manager. Fair enough, Baba. Fair enough. Chiranjeev Singh, bhai, I read some report. It's telling very negative impact. Amram has lost the dressing room. Is it true? If we sack Amram, please bring a PL proven manager. Xavi is not fit. He told Barca. Oh, wait. Fair enough. Cunha, bad decision making. Yes. Mbeumo, 0 shots was shocking. I bet €10 on him getting at least 1 shot on target. Odds were great too. Bro, honestly, the crosses were not any better. Which was even more shocking, sadly. Just all in all a rough day, man. Just a real rough day. Bro, मैं Real Madrid का fan हूँ. Late night वाले match. How to manage sleep? Please answer. Vikrant, there's two ways you can do it. One is you put on some soothing music in the background on a loop, or two is you do a you do a workout, you do a late night workout at home, like a hit session, exhaust yourself so you get tired. Giddy FC, how are you tonight? Sorry I couldn't join earlier. My Giddy FC. You didn't miss much, Twalumba, so it's okay. How's it back? How's it feel being back home, Twalumba? I wish, man, but with Haaland being the year, he was always second choice to play striker, but happy for him. Fair enough. Bulls did. Yeah, Bulls did. Sorry. Oh boy. My head's really not in it. But it's a good chatting sesh at least. So can't really complain. Nathan, don't you think the core group of our players being Shaw, Maguire, Dallo, Bruno have been too damaged now under various managers? How it affects them physiologically and the way they play? Sure, sure, that is a great point. I'm pretty sure it was definitely taken a toll on them. There's no doubt about it. But at the same time, and I've always said this, and I said this before this transfer window too, when everyone got gassed and thought we were going to quote unquote sell a bunch of the dead wood. People must want you. Otherwise, there is this conversation we are having, it's a moot point. If people don't want you, it means nothing. Because we can't kill their contract off because we don't want to pay them that money up front, whatever they're owed. People are not going to leave this job because they are not sure where they are going to go into the next club. So there will be no mutual consent break of contract. Manchester United are not going to pay them lump sum money to buy out their contract, and there's nobody to buy them. So whether it hurts them or not, Baba, at this current point of time, nobody wants these players. And I think that is a real problem that we face. Just doesn't make sense how you end up playing so well against top 6 teams and then look like semi-pros against the team they should be beating. What should I do, man? I think I'll have to stop watching football for a few months. I think as a Real Madrid fan, I think you should definitely take off some social media time for sure. Roller coaster day in football race. Seriously, our relegation rivals getting 3 points. You said it, not me, man. I don't know how to respond to that. If I keep watching, I'll be watching them dominate shit teams and hyping them up by expecting something. Just take a break from football, man. Give it a couple of weeks. Do something on the weekend so you don't think about football. By the way, we need a goal and our second striker is coming. Xerxes is coming in 85th minute and wasn't Xerxes. The same guy was performing well before injury, even had Saliba on his ass. You know, someone made actually a lot of people made this point. People said What has this man done to us? What has this man done to us? People have said, name me a handful of players Ruben Amorim has improved. Name me a player Ruben Amorim has improved since he has come to the club. You know what? You know why that is sad? You know why that is sad, bro? That is sad because whether you like the prior managers or don't like them, they will all have at least two players that they've either called up, promoted, and they've stayed in the team, or they have played really well in our team. But you can't say that about Ruben Amorim. That is sad. That is sad. Hi, bro. As a Slytherin forever. As a Chelsea fan, I see Manchester right now is in the same boat where we are around 2022. Yeah, probably worse. Actually, Slytherin, to be fair. Suddenly, Xerxes ain't getting the chance to, even if he comes on when we are down for 10, 15 minutes max. Even effing Euro came before Xerxes. Which, by the way, bro, if you remember, I told you Euro is going to come first. If you remember that, I told you he's going to bring on defenders first. Again. Hey bro, regular viewer, you're Sid. I'm sorry, Sid, I don't recognize your name. Apologies unless you joined from another account, but regular viewer, you're just curious. Are you from Goa? That would be correct, Sid. I am. I am. Where are you watching from? Most clubs don't back their manager. Ideally, we shouldn't sack Amram, but the backing manager is not a cup of tea. Sack manager until we get success. Either we get irrelevant or it can work great. You know what? Someone said this, GGMU. Someone said this. Why don't we try the Chelsea model? Because why don't we try the Chelsea model? Because the Chelsea model's been working, and our backing the manager tactic has not been working for a while now. Interesting. It's an interesting idea. I can't lie. I can't lie. It's a very interesting idea. But yes. Yes, I just let go of a very lucrative offer from my companies compared to were ready to pay more, but their way of working was very different. Not a United fan is saying that, by the way, just so we are clear. Because I know people will go, oh, but why the fuck would he not want to sign for United? I mean, he came from Sporting. Not a United fan is saying he did something similar in real life. Please, I'll put my hands up. Just give me a break from that theory, okay? I don't think it's unreasonable to think people should read their contract, and if they agree to it, they should shut up and do whatever it says. Put my hands up. If that's just me, that's just me. I'll take it. Open YouTube and there's a Mortine presser floating around. Dude's having a banger season for the press. Oh, he's done a wait. A Mortine means a Amarim, I assume. Correction. There's an Amarim presser floating around. Dude's having a banger season for the press. Oh God, man! Please stop fucking talking to the press, man. Please. You're going to give me a heart attack. Just stop talking to the goddamn media. Yeah, please, please, please. Stop talking to the media. For the love of God, I cannot take any more stupid quotes from a man that is 40 years old. You're also in the same as 2022, bro. Nothing changes. We are still Tatia managers, clueless at playing, and players are playing Tati. Always do mistakes at cost game. But bro, y'all still have cups, man. You'll still have something to show for it now. Whether you don't like it right now, at the end of the day, you still have something to show for it. Yeah. Okay. Is this where you all want to be? Maybe not. But at least you can say no that you have something to show for it. That's the thing. Now, if Amarim finished 15th and we had a Europa League, no, we are all sitting there with our legs in there trolling everybody. Shamelessly. That's the truth. Extremely shameless. But we would be sitting there with our legs up trolling everyone. That because that is what we would have done. That is the truth. Now we can say that because we didn't qualify. We can admit it now. But that's what everybody would do. We would be max shameless, dude. Pro max shameless. That's the truth. Why Amarim was not even ready for a job in United. He was adamant for a move, wanted at the end of the season, but the management made it now or never. Isn't management at fault as he had an aspiration? Bro, don't sign. Listen, I am not saying that The way our management is run is great. But don't sign, na. Now or never, then never. Because you can't come to a club where no one cares about your philosophy, dude. They don't care that his philosophy was different. They made sure of it by not letting him have a veto. That is the truth, bro. 100%. No, I'm telling you right now, that was the point of the veto. That was the point of the veto, Chiranjeev. Because they didn't want manager to have all the control over transfers. The truth is, everybody wanted De Gea to sign the new reduced deal for reduced wages. Reduced years, reduced wages deal was ready to go as a free agent once the contract ran out. Eric Ten Hag vetoed it. And you know why he vetoed it? He vetoed it on purpose after David De Gea became a free agent. They could have just contract extended him at a reduced wage and a reduced price. They waited for him to become a free agent and then Eric Ten Hag did his magic. So now they said, nah, man, look at this goalkeeper you bought for us. We've been suffering for 2.5 years. No more vetoes for any of the guys coming next. Ruined it for everybody. So the same way, now or never, then never. Because you're agreeing to be compromised. You're agreeing to be compromised. And if you're not going to be adapting, then you're making everyone else suffer as well because you don't want to compromise. That is not fair. Because I can twist it and tell you, because I can twist it, Chiranjeev, and tell you, then he should have played a back four and say, I don't have the players for my system. I'm using the players to their best ability. We will play a back four. End of season, we'll get players. Did not do that. He did not do that. So, if he did that from November to May, believe me, he would have got much more leeway after this season. Believe me. But he went, no. They're either going to learn or we are going to keep losing. Very easy to say when you're getting paid tens of millions of pounds and all the fans are spending tens and millions of pounds. Very easy to say it. Nathan, will Xavi handle the pressure of United? I think he can handle as Barca's massive club too. Plus, these players will respect him as he's decorated legend in the game. So you know what, Baba? That's a lot of people have been talking about Xavi. And I think, you know what? I think pressure as a coach and pressure as a player is very different. And I don't know how you feel about it, but I'll explain it to you like this. I feel as a player, it is on you to get the best out of you. Whereas as a manager, you have to get the best out of 10, 15, 25 people. And they're all not going to share the same mentality as you. You have to try and dig deep these players, dig it out of them. I think that is very different. I think that is very hard. So, could he handle the pressure? I know he did one stint at Barcelona as a manager too, so possibly. But if we are being completely honest, Baba, Barca gave him leeway too simply because he is Xavi Hernandez. So he's not going to get that. He's not going to get that leeway at United. I'll tell you that right now. He's just not going to get it. So, could he handle the pressure? Hypothetically, yes. Does he know the extent of the pressure? I don't know. I don't know. That is the honest answer. I don't know if he understands how much of a pressure cooker having this job is. Yo, Nathan, who can be Manchester United's manager? My God, Savvy boy, I haven't seen you in ages. Hope you're doing well. I think it's going to go to Carrick. And I think a lot of the fan base is going to lose their mind. Before I watch a late night match, then I sleep 9 hours and 9 hours the next night. Next day, I go to sleep. Go to my school. My sleep is complete. If I watch late night match, then I sleep 9 hours and 9 hours. It won't work that way, Vikrant. It won't work that way. You have to sort out your sleep schedule by getting tired. I don't think you can compensate by it on another day because the sleep hours will just accumulate. It could work, but I don't think that's healthy. I've observed Maguire is bad when he starts, but when he comes from subs, he's better. I think Yoro should start. He's only a main man after some year. Another issue, Gaurav. He keeps changing the centre backs, which even Rio Ferdinand said after the Chelsea when he's like, I don't understand this thing where he keeps changing the centre backs. Keeps changing it. It should have always been Shaw, Yoro, and Delict. He changed it again though, so I bet Maresca gets sacked before Amberim. Chelsea and Todd Bowley don't take BS. Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. Very possible. Look, we as fans backed ETH even when we were playing shite. We backed him, lost it when he got deluded by playing Maz at 10. Now Amarim's getting deluded too. We as fans have always backed managers. Yeah, I think that's why people are saying we should try the Chelsea model now. It's an interesting take. It's a very interesting take. I don't know if people want to do it, but yeah. Just the managers don't want to adapt to have some sort of ego as soon as you come to United. I don't know what's the thing. I think everyone thinks they're going to be the manager that brings United back to its glory. Um, Bro, I think that is one of the problems. Everybody thinks they are going to be the guy that gets them out of trouble instead of just focusing on getting better. Instead of getting focusing on getting better short term, everyone always talk. In fact, if you remember, I think Ten Hag definitely and Amarim definitely both said it, but they were like, we want to bring glory back to Manchester United. We want to bring back those days where we were the champions of England and all. Like, bro, just play a couple of games, man. Chillax. Play a couple of games, see what happens, and then we'll talk about it. For don't let's not talk about championships, please. Like let's take 10 games at a time, a block of 10 games at a time. Chelsea model did work because they had a rich ass owner during non-FFP times, and they carried that on up until he was forced to leave. Now 70 breaches charges, funnily reported by current ownership. Rando, I guess what I'm trying to say is they are just talking about managers. I get what you're also trying to say, but they're saying the approach of the managers. Now, you don't have to spend 20 million on every manager, especially if you're going to sack them again and again. So, yeah. Hey, Saurabh, I think the end is near for Amram, but who do we bring in? I think it's going to be Carrick, man. It's going to be Carrick. Dallo se to nahi hona wala hai. Yeah, but this is what, no? Don't sack Ruben Mortin. Force him to manage under 15 squad and hire a decent, good coach. I heard Germans are ready to go. How's that? Who do you support? Ruben Mortin. I'm a head to bed. Good night, Nathan. Good night, Rando. Thank you for joining. Savvy boy is alive? What do you mean? Oh, you remember me, bro? I was doing good till 5:10. Then you know what happened. What do you mean? Do I remember you, Savvy boy? Of course I remember you. You used to be on a Giants channel even as a sub. Of course I remember. What is the deal with Frankfurt manager? He said something about United. Yeah, so basically I forgot his name because we did speak about it before I stopped the United stream earlier. Shreyansh, he just basically said my dream is to hopefully coach in the Premier League. He said I would love to coach Manchester United. He said something about, back when I was watching football, Manchester United, the same thing everyone says gets us excited and then makes us cry after 3 years. Basically that. Yes, I'm usually there only. Fair enough, Savvy boy. Richarlison's on the ground. I think he got one to the face and now he's jumped back up and walking. Fantastic. Quick recovery. Good for him. Then we have all these people on. Then we have all these people whenever we lose, putting Bruno Fernandes's face under the scorecard. I'm like, bro, just give it a break, man. Seriously. Just give it a break. Doctor says, bro, what do you think of Nagelsmann Bayern and pre-Bayern era of coaching? He looked quite exciting and pragmatic with attacking style. I'm going to be honest with you, Aniket. I don't watch the Bundesliga, and Germany has been absolutely terrible in recent history internationally. But at this point of time, I take anybody, dude. And it's really sad to say we have become. I personally have become that desperate. I don't want to speak for other people. I am just fed up of being told that the manager hurts more and stuff like that. No, I have to have it. Thank you. So if I'm being honest with you, Aniket, I don't watch it. At this point of time, I take anyone though. Like frankly speaking, I take anyone because the thing is, if we overthink about it, we will just go. We should have gone for this person. We should have gone for that person. We should go for this person. Whoever's willing to take the job, let's see what he can do. Because if we are being completely honest, it can't get worse than this. It just can't. It just can't. It really can't get worse than this. A devil's advocate in favor of Amram. Okay, lovely. Let's hear it. Always interested in hearing it. Bruno as an 8 can give him physicality, deep line playmaking better than Menu. Chelsea वाला रूट के लिए चैंपियन मैनेजर्स लाइक सिमियोनी पेप और क्लॉप वन आफ्टर वन. Fair enough. At that time, Chelsea had a great spine with some of the best managers. That is a good point. We have no managers, do we? Richarlison goes wide. Will always turn up for this club just because of the badge and history it holds. Yeah, that's fair enough, Shreyansh. That's good. Manchester United always makes me remember this quote. Even though I'm still mad at you, doesn't mean I will stop loving. Fair enough. Rush Gamer saying United's not that bad. Every team's facing losses. But Rush Gamer, what happens next week when every team wins and we lose to Sunderland, who by the way also won their game today? Yeah, Sunderland also won the game, guys. For anyone who does not know that, yeah, we're gonna play them next week. What's your thoughts? Regarding the Bruno thing, see, dude, I understand why he. I mean, based on what you're saying, I can get why he plays Bruno, but that is still not Bruno Fernandes' strengths. GGMU. This is my problem. At the end of the day, you're not maxing his strengths. Let me put it this way to you. Very simple. Sachin Tendulkar was one of those very few bowlers who would open the batting and be a solid part-time bowler that would get 8 to 10 overs in his prime, along with Virendra Sehwag. Both of them very unique. Actually, at the time, a lot of them did it. Uh, there were a lot of opening batsmen that would be part-time bowlers. Mohammad Hafiz from Pakistan, Sanat Jayasuriya and Aravinda De Silva used to do it. Um, Whatever, there was a trend that it used to happen back in the day. That's not the point. My point is, if I tell you Tendulkar can give me 8 overs and take a couple of wickets and concede 40 runs, or Tendulkar can be fresh to chase an innings against Pakistan, what would you take 9 times out of 10? Maybe even 10 times out of 10. What would you take? Possibility of a couple of wickets and a good economy rate, or a century against our rivals? The thing, the what a shot from distance there by Romero. Uh, the problem here lies that we simply don't play the players with for their best roles. That is the first problem. Second problem is it doesn't matter who's in the midfield. Whatever combination of midfielders you'd like to choose, doesn't matter who, we are going to get overrun by 3 men in the midfield. So I don't know. That is my take about the Fernandes thing. The Chelsea thing, another great point. There was a string of really good managers that could take the job, so you could get rid of a manager every moment in time. You don't really have that option at the moment, at this present time. So the Chelsea route also is going to be not ideal, if that makes sense. Um, those are my thoughts, GGMU. It's not too hot, no? Come closer. No, I'm fine. Thank you. I'm fine. Thanks. Exactly. If manager veto is not on contract, bring anyone which makes the squad win. FFS. Exactly. Exactly. Man United got screwed over by the referees. Yeah, but parity central, to be completely fair to you, Bruno missed the penalty. Even if he missed the penalty, his chances would be good because we would be 11 on 10. But you can't live like that because the referee, it didn't favor us. It should have been a red. I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to be talking about that tomorrow in my review because it's not about that. This is my opinion. You guys can obviously get mad and angry about that. That is fair. But during the game, Brentford wanted it more. They were hungry. They were putting in long balls and crosses and free kicks in and making Bayern there having to do double saves every time. So fair enough, man. If you feel that way, that's fine. This has been happening for 2 years now. Rest of the team drop points and we drop points. Well, we never seem to take advantage of the situation. Yeah, Saurabh. I think that is the advantage Arsenal have tomorrow, and I won't be surprised if they capitalize on it. I think there is a great advantage of playing early and playing late. Unfortunately for us, we played early and it didn't work out. Playing early, depending on where you are in the on the table, can really add pressure to everybody. But also playing late can do the same things depending on who your opponents are before that. But yes. Ashir is saying, "Are you going to watch India Pakistan?" I won't. We'll be probably doing it side by side, Ashir, because I'm going to do a Newcastle Arsenal. I don't normally do India Pakistan because I feel people get very aggressive and toxic, and I understand it's going to be a tensed game again. But I just want to. I try not to participate in it, but of course I want India to win again, which would be nice. Which would be great, I would say. But I think we might do a little side by side because it'll be going on around the same time, Ashir, to answer your question. At this point, I'm afraid if we will even get a point out of the Sunderland match. So it's a great fear, Shreyansh. It's an absolutely great fear. And you know what? Partly, I think we are going to keep Amarim till Liverpool, no? Because I don't think these idiots, no, are going to sack him before the Liverpool game. Because imagine giving that interim manager a Liverpool game to play as their coach. That would be really, really unfair on the interim manager. And this is why I think he's distance who tried to catch Johnston out. That did Pedro Porro. That would have been good if it went in. But yeah, that's why I think they're waiting for the international break. Now Poole will put flowers on Mortein's deathbed. Mortein. At Anfield after that Palace loss, we were thinking of back-to-back 3 points. Now staring at back-to-back defeats. Back-to-back-to-back defeats. Depending on how the Sunderland one goes. If we play 4-3-3, then also Bruno will play 6-8. In 4-2-3-1, also Bruno will play 8-6. Every case, Bruno has to play as number 8 or 6. We can't play Bruno, Meno, Nugarte together because no backup. And therein lies another problem, GGMU. We should have gone for a midfielder instead of a number 10. We already had so many number 10s. Everyone thought Xerxes was going to be a number 10. Everyone thought Mount's going to be a number 10. Why did we get another? Ahmad was going to be a number 10. Why did we get another number 10? We should have just got a central midfielder. Plus, we kept Bruno. Yeah, there's some decisions you can't like skip past GGMU. You can't. You just can't skip by them. There is some sad, very very detrimental oversights in the recruitment this season. It was so clear to us that we needed a goalkeeper and a centre mid. We got a goalkeeper like with a week left in the window, and we didn't get a centre mid. We got two tens, got a striker, paid way too much money for all of them. Just bad. 2.5 minutes left here. What is Spurs cooking? Cross comes in. Knowing our luck, Spurs is now going to score. That was a terrible cross by whoever that was. United lost, Madrid lost. Yeah, stuck lane. Madrid lost. Who else lost? Chelsea lost. City won. City won. Yeah. Liverpool lost. Hey, that was a clean tackle, man. Look at this Wolves guy rolling around on the floor. Look at them. They're trying to get those 3 points, man. Credit to them. They're really trying to buy it now. Is there any academy player to look out for this season in the first team? I was really hoping Sekou Kone gets games, Shreyansh, but I don't know. It's so sad, no? We can't even speak about our youth with some kind of light. We have to just keep just saying, I don't know, and get sad every time we think about it. Yeah. Sam Mather was training with the main team because of the Ahmad situation and the Mazraoui injury. He didn't even get on. He didn't even get on the train to London. We put two. By the way, I know people are going to say this doesn't matter, but did anyone notice we had two goalkeepers on the bench? We had two goalkeepers. This is not this is not Europe where we get extra spots as subs. Premier League game. We had two goalkeepers on the bench. I mean, tell me, guys. Tell me, is that not a red flag, as people like to say nowadays? Why couldn't we just put Matho on the bench? I know we aren't going to play him. I know people will say Amarim won't put this kid in a tough situation. Fine. But if you're going to make him train with the main team, at least take him on the bus. At least take him on the bus. What is the harm? Just take him on the bus. Didn't do that. Spain, Spain and England cooked. Should United go for Southgate? उसने इंग्लैंड को 2 बार फाइनल खिलाया. Please यार, don't make me cry. Please, I have enough bad nightmares in the last five hours. Please. I mean, bro, you know what's the sad part? You know what's really sad, Sucklane? He's actually going to do better than Amarim. And I'll tell you what, 90% of the United fan base, especially this guy right here, this guy, is going to be furious about that. Because that's how bad Ruben Amorim will underperform in our club when Gareth Southgate's going to cook. Trust me. That is how badly he underperformed. That's going to make you sad no for the rest of your life. Trust me. Bro, JJ Gabriel, upcoming wonder kid of United. See, Aniket, I'm not saying we don't have any promising youngsters. I'm saying that these promising youngsters are going to be youngsters only at the rate we are going, because they're never going to get an opportunity to play in this club. Especially if we are only going to do one game a week this year and next year. Because as it stands right now, I don't think we're getting Europe next year, which means more one week, one game a week seasons. We're not playing any youngsters when we only have to play Premier League football, man. I'll tell you that right now. This guy barely uses his substitutes, let alone youngsters. No chance. I think the owners would sack him before next season. They appoint him as head coach. If they sack him, the question will be raised over them. Amram is there, he'll get scolded by us owners are happy. Yeah. Shield, no? Like a shield. Same way Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a shield for the Glazers, no? They took advantage of his legend status and he got cooked every week by people. And those people were hiding in their mansions. John Arias is coming off. About 3 more minutes, man. I can't believe Wolves are finally going to get their points. It seems one way or the other. 3 or 1 is the question. 3 or 1. Will Tottenham do something? Let's see. JJ Gabriel is there. One of the Fletcher twins is really good. Jack, I think his name is. Sam Mather, Camerson, Kai Rooney. Oh, bro, they better not even. I hope Wayne Rooney tells his son to just stay in the under 15s, kid. Don't waste your time. Wait. Wait for the right moment to shine. Don't do anything until then, please. Bro, Kai Rooney, man, 15 years old. Oh, what a nostalgia merchant I've become, dude. Unfortunately for me. I'm going to become a nostalgia merchant in a couple of years when Kai Rooney makes his debut for United. Ten Hag said we want to be the best counter-attacking team, failed badly. Martin said possession football best suits United, failed miserably. Now we've got to forgot to play. We forgot how to play ball. Let me ask what do you I have small little businesses, Slytherin. If Lucker says tomorrow that the board start looking for a new manager, this time I would trust him. That's a good one, Ruchi. That's a great point. That fellow seems to be working for every Manchester paper that exists. You imagine his sources, dude. His sources are going to become sauces because it looks like he's going to be cooking tomorrow. Expect manager changes would be done at both United and Chelsea. Yeah, he probably do something like that, won't he? Sounds like his writing. Shot goal! Palinia, or you don't take off your shirt. Everyone with the shirt, bro. Look at this man celebrating against Wolves. Shaw Palinia. Oh, I told you 1 or 3. What's it going to be, guys? I told you, right? 1 or 3. I had a feeling, man. But damn it, Wolves finally still get their point, dude. Crazy. My name's also Ruchir. Oh, cool. Where are you watching from, Ruchir? But still, Amarim sometimes give me feeling that he can be a Saf in some matches we cooked, but his stubbornness let him down. Suckling, please, yeah, don't make me cry. Don't compare him to our guy, yeah, please. This man doesn't want to listen to sense. Forget stubbornness. Jail Mortin, Onana, Bayanda, Dallo in the safe cell. Bro, you know what's so funny? I understand the Onana and the Bayandi thing, but you know what? I feel really bad for Dallo because Dallo seems like to be a really nice guy who doesn't talk so much shit like Onana does, and he's almost always fit for our team and available to play. But the abuse he gets, no, I actually feel a little sad for him because you know what's the funny thing? Ten Hag said very few things correctly that I can agree on. One of them is availability is the best ability, and I feel like Diego Dallo is really really available. Sadly, it just does not translate. I mean, sometimes it translates. Yeah, sometimes he pockets Salah, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we are cooking," and then next thing you know, he's nowhere near the attacker, cutback goal, and then we are all shaking our head and crying. Really sad. Who gave the assist? I have no clue, dude. It's a great question. Give me a second. I'll find out quickly. Who gave the assist? Palinia. Palinia. Pape Mata Sa gave the assist. Sa gave the assist. Looks like they got 1 point, not 3. Wolves almost cooked. Almost. Almost being the key word. Bro, I don't think the Spurs fan would have enjoyed that. They somehow ended up taking an L. Oh no, here we go. 2-on-1. Wolves, can they do it? Oh, oh no, oh, and what is that? Terrible. Game's over, right? Game's not over. Okay. Calgary says Ruchir. Gurgaon, I'm not Ruchir Bhatri. No, that is someone else, Ruchir. But yes, he also subs to the channel. Funny enough, I got 3 Ruchirs as subscribers now. This is mad. Ruchir, if you don't mind me asking, where are you watching from? Just for bands. Oh, sorry, you said it, Gurgaon. Sorry, you said it, Gurgaon. Yes, and the game's over. Thomas Frankenstein resurrected his club with a point in this game. I think the owners would not sack him before next season. They appoint him as a head coach. If they sack him, the question will be raised on them. Amarim is there. He'll get scolded. You know what, GGMU? That I read that earlier, and yes, I forgot to answer it. You are 100% right, and that's what I said at the end of the United stream. I said that they are the reason no one is talking about sacking, and every time they keep saying we still back the manager, still back the manager. The reason they're saying that is because this is Ineos's first legit signing themselves, their first legit signing, and they don't want to come off as a failure. This is like their signing. They have nowhere to run, they have nowhere to hide. They don't have any of this, Glazers bought them and now we are here. So they are being very careful because it's going to be their neck on the line when it fails. I'm originally from Surat, moved to Calgary in 2019. So Gurgaon, Surat, and if I'm not mistaken, Ruchir is from Delhi. The Ruchi Bhattacharya you're talking about, I believe. I would now prefer Haram. He's like Sergio Ramos than nice players. Some seniors that would literally kill their own players if they make mistakes. Ruchi, we can hope we get some of those players, but I don't know. I don't know if we are going to get it. This week looks like a week of upsets. Yeah, I mean, it almost became the biggest upset here because we were like 3-0, 4-0, 3-0, 4-0, but ended up being 1-1 today. Let's hope tomorrow Arsenal and Barcelona lose. Does anyone actually feel better if their team lost today and everyone else's teams lose tomorrow? I don't know. Will I feel better knowing everyone else lost? I can't because City won. I suppose I could be happy other teams lost, possibly. No, my POV, in my point of view, excuse me, we lack physicality of PL because in last year in Europa League we were beaten by Spurs. Also in the FA Cup we lost to Fulham. I watched game 2 times. They literally bullied Ugarte and Kobe in the middle. Yeah. I read somewhere management's looking at Southgate. Prabhat, I'll tell you what I just told them about 20 minutes ago when someone said the same thing. He's going to do better than Amarim, and all of us are not going to be happy about that fact. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. The Wolves fan looked disappointed, man. They were 2 minutes away from 3 points. 2 minutes away from 3 points. Even the fans look kind of disappointed. Bro, I remember Mourinho saying Dalot would become the best fullback in the world. Next season, Jose gets sacked and Dalot gets loaned to AC Milan. Then he returned. We never got to see the best fullback. You know what's the funny thing about that house? That he actually had a great time at AC Milan, and I think they wanted to buy him, but we said we didn't want to sell him. So I don't know. It's a great point you make, though. That did happen. Management looking. I'm telling you, Southgate's going to do better, guys, and we are going to be really angry about that. But I'm telling you, Southgate will do better than this fellow at the way he's going. Southgate's going to do great, not better, great. Because Southgate's pragmatic style of football no will actually get us points. I know people don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. His pragmatic way of football will get us points, and what we need is points. Whether you like it or not, Southgate will give you points. Simple as that. No fucking way fools has 1 point. What the F? Come on, yeah. They worked hard for that point, man. Come on. Come on. Don't make it sound that bad. Bro, are we lacking physicality or what in PL? We are lacking many things, Saklan. We are lacking many things. Cohesiveness, a group of leaders who can step up if somebody else fails, confidence, ability to execute what they do in practice, many things. At this point, I feel even a classical 4-4-2 would suit our players more than the current formation. Yeah, well, You can absolutely forget a 4-4-2 happening. Even the next manager won't do that. So you can forget that. That I don't know if that even will ever happen. That is great visual thinking, my friend. I don't think. Yeah, I don't see that happening, to be honest. Actually, while we're here, no, I want to see. Collier came on at 89 minutes. We did loan watch as we normally do. Collier came on at 90 minutes. Unfortunately, West Brom drew. They were going to win, but they conceded an own goal in 93 minutes against Leicester. It would have been a big win if they won. Coventry, wow man, Frank Lampard's cooking, bro. Lamps is cooking, isn't it? Isn't the coach? Yes, Frank Lampard. 3-0, Frank Lampard. West Coventry. Coventry second in the league. Wow. Middlesbrough are 4 points ahead in first place. Bristol City's fourth, which is Vitek's team. Let's see, what did Bristol do? Another nil-nil, another clean sheet for Radek Vitek. Another clean sheet for Radek Vitek. Fortunately for them, because they drew, they lost points. They would have been in second place if they won their game, 3 points away from Middlesbrough. But let's see their defense. Their defense is they've scored 13, they've conceded 7. They're conceding 1 goal a game. Not great, but not terrible. Every interview, this Dallo mentions of DJ songs and trivial stuff. Grow up, Mbappe, Vinny, dreaming of Dio. United dreaming of playing next DJ in the gym. They got to do something after retirement, no? At this point, I feel yeah, I read that. But what about midfield? Amram only signs forward, which are worthy for us. Give him at least one window of midfielder like Paliba. But Suckling, the thing is, you have to look at it. You also have to look at it from the other side. Now we always say give him, give him, give him. You also have to get results, no, in order to be given time. You can't not get results and expect time, dude. It's not realistic. It's not realistic. Ethan, what about Fabregas? He's doing well at Como and he's built a team there from scratch. Yeah, but Prabhat, the thing is, why would he leave Como? Isn't he part owner of Como as well? He has more than just managerial stakes in the club. It seems Barcelona were looking at him at one point of time, some when there were some issues. They're not gonna do that. They're not just going to do that, dude. Didn't Carrick leave Middlesbrough last? He did. He did. But now they're doing well. In his first season there, he got right to the playoff finals. Unfortunately, couldn't qualify. He was always in and around the qualification though. He was quite solid as a championship manager. But yeah. All right, guys, we're done. Thank you so much. I still don't know what I'm going to say in that review. I'm quite nervous thinking about it even, but there will be a review tomorrow morning and I'll say what I'll say and I'll be done with it. I don't want to stress myself out anymore. Take care. Thank you for joining. I'll see you tomorrow for the Arsenal Newcastle game. If you all feel better after the talk we had today, fantastic. I'm feeling a little bit better, but I still have to do this review, so I have to be honest. Let's see what happens. Sucklane says, you know your player strengths. You have great counter-attacking squad. Cunha, mbeumo, Bruno, Sesko. Play them at their strengths till the time you don't get the midfield. Exactly. You got to get results, man. You got to get results, Sucklane. You have to get results before if you are expecting to stay at the job. I'm literally watching Barca 2024. They literally survive when their forwards are Joao Felix and Cancelo. Still they win many matches. You gotta survive and advance if you want to thrive. And we're not advancing, sadly. We're barely surviving, I would say. But yes, I will see you guys tomorrow for the Arsenal Newcastle watch along. Take care, guys. Good night. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy your Sundays. The match is over. Enjoy your weekend now. Chill out. I'll see you tomorrow.